this person will go away, but the anger that I've called in for, exactly the example that you gave of your childhood, right? बचपन में नहीं पता था कि एंगर को उसी टाइम थैंक यू भी बोलना है कि क्या अपना काम करने आया एंगर मतलब all of these emotions are necessary for existence.
Yeah.
But what is not necessary is to store them.
Insignificance with Mohit Ahuja.
नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल। उम्मीद है आप सब बहुत खुश हैं, जिंदगी बहुत मजे से जी रहे हैं। इस शो का नाम है इनसिग्निफिकेंस और तरीका ये बनता है कि मैं बता दूं आपको कि ये पॉडकास्ट किस बारे में है। जब ये पॉडकास्ट शुरू किया था तो बस इतना सा ख्याल था कि बहुत सारी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं, द स्मॉलेस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स इन लाइफ दे मैटर अ लॉट, बट अक्सर हमारा ध्यान उन पे जाता नहीं है। उस ख्याल के साथ नाम आया इनसिग्निफिकेंस एंड दिस इज येट अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ द पॉडकास्ट, a very special one because with me I have somebody who is helping me live better. As a person, there's a lot I would like to talk about, but if I have to sum it up in one word for anyone who's interested to know कि ये मेरे लिए क्या मायने रखती हैं, she is my therapist right now. So why not have a session with your own therapist, which is live. ये मेरा थेरेपी सेशन नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ सवाल है जो मेरे मन में थे बिफोर आई वेंट इनटू थेरेपी, व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग विद हर ऑन माई सेल्फ। तो बहुत सारे सवाल थे, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो अनदेखी रह जाती हैं, तो आज सोचा कि क्यों ना उनके बारे में बात करी जाए। इनका नाम है अनम। अनम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग ऑन द शो। हाउ आर यू?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for having me here.
कैसा चल रहा है?
But
How's
yeah,
life?
very good. It's always something or the other is always happening in life, so it's always a roller coaster, but a good one.
So, we've known each other for quite a while. थेरेपी के बारे में बात करना चाहता हूँ मैं आज, लेकिन उससे पहले I want to talk to you about your life. What was the first thing that made you, get inclined towards hypnotherapy and क्या था वो? कुछ ट्रिगर था, कुछ जिंदगी में हुआ? And you can tell me if it's something really personal. I don't want to share. It's completely fine.
Actually, it's a very long story and a big blessing. As everybody, like in India, we're not raised with understanding therapy at all. Like, so there is no way anybody would know a family member who's going to therapy. It was a very Western thing, Hamisha say. And I was, now that I say, blessed enough to have somebody in my family who was dealing with a lot of mental illness.
Okay.
But at that time, there was no therapy per se. The only, like, I've always seen that a mental therapy for the 90s was banda pagal hai. And then you receive like a person's prescription and they always feed you with medication where it slows you down. So that's the only form of mental support that I knew while growing up. And as I grew up, I found a boss which was very, very kind, who always understood the idea of working with yourself and helping your own self, which was also, I think, was not a normal thing for us growing up. Like helping yourself का कोई concept नहीं है इंडिया में.
Right.
You're always doing something for others. And I think therapy is the only thing I learned, that you do it for yourself. Even like a lot of times when we were playing or we were going out for anything extracurricular, it was always like an external thing that you were trying to prove. Therapy mein to there is no external thing that you're trying to prove. So my ex-boss got me into the idea of healing to begin with, and it wasn't hypnotherapy. And at that time, he introduced me to a lot of people who were doing work. And it wasn't that I needed, like, how we always say, मुझे क्या ज़रूरत है इन चीज़ों की?
Right.
But when you started working on yourself and you open the box, you think, oh, कितना सारा है साफ करने के लिए. Like the time when you are stressing about not finishing your work, the time, how you deal with time itself, like कि जल्दी पहुँचना है, late पहुँचना है,
Right.
उठना नहीं है. So जितने भी ख्याल दिमाग में आते हैं, they're all starting from somewhere. But you never notice, and you never notice why my brain thinks differently than like your brain or anybody else's brain. So when I started working with these people, I learned so much about what my mind is, and during COVID, a friend of ours, and again my boss and I were on a call at 3 a.m. and he said that you're very empathetic and a friend of mine is starting a hypnotherapy course for the first time. Do you want to join? And I was like, his seats are full. It was a gifted session. So
Okay.
this person, Varun, he runs a very beautiful space. He used to run it. So his wife was the first one who was teaching hypnotherapy to a bunch of 10 friends. At 3 o'clock, I got to know this was happening. Someone said the seats are full. When I woke up, I had a message from Varun saying 2 people have stepped out today and looks like you have walked in. So welcome to the first cohort.
Okay.
And that was it. It was during COVID, it was the first time I would have gone to classes and I started learning about it, but never thought I'll practice it. So I learned it. It made me learn so much about like how we think and what makes us us. And एक साल after I did my first level, I never practiced because there's so much that we don't know about mind, so I don't want to put anybody else and say कि मुझे पता है ये काम कैसे होता है. मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं पता ये काम कैसे होता था. So that 1 year after my first level, I did so much sessions on myself because it's like meditation. Only when you meditate can you tell somebody what is meditation. Only when you sing can you tell somebody what is singing.
Yeah.
And for that 1 year, I explored so many facets of myself, did a lot of work on myself to decide that maybe this is something real. Because how do we know it's real also? What you see when you close your eyes has no science which says that this is real and this is not a dream. So I did a lot of work with myself and then I decided that it's definitely worth sharing with other people.
So if I have to ask you about therapy as a word, if you had to sum it up for somebody who's still thinking about therapy, who's still, like I took a long time coming here. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे पता नहीं था या जबकि मुझे लगता है कि मैं काफ़ी इन्फॉर्म्ड इंसान हूँ बट येट देयर वाज दैट कॉन्स्टेंट डिनायल स्लैश ट्राइंग टू वर्क इट ऑन योर ओन स्लैश यार मैं देख लूँगा स्लैश सम डेज यू फील अरे आज ठीक है कुछ नहीं होता एंड देन द ट्रिगर हैपन्स सो it's a long process even getting till there. I think the first win for a person who comes to therapy is just entering that door क्योंकि वहीं तक लोग पहुंचते नहीं हैं. So if you have to look at therapy as a thing that you want to tell people कि अगर वो एक चीज़ है या therapy से ये फायदा है, then what would that be?
I think for me, the first time that you feel something and you feel कि मुझे ये नहीं चाहिए. Like I think we are very well trained with physical problems like this. Right? हाथ में दर्द हो रहा है नहीं चाहिए, सर में दर्द हो रहा है दवाई खा लेते हैं. So उससे पहले एक एहसास होता है कि सर का दर्द is not what I want. And
Yeah.
that's when you take an action that you want to have a medicine, or if it's something very big, you'll go to a doctor.
Yeah.
I think for therapy is all to do with your thoughts and your emotions, and there's some part of this that you don't need, which is constantly bothering you, and at some point you can't help yourself. वो बार-बार हो रहा है, बार-बार डर लग रहा है, या बार-बार stress हो रहा है, या like therapy also is a thing that happens between physical space as well. Like sar ka dard is also coming from a thought. Like it's all coming from mind. Your mind is triggering physical emotion, all of it together.
Yeah.
But even when it comes to the idea कि मुझे नहीं चाहिए जो मुझे लग रहा है, and you start looking for answers कि ये कैसे हटता है, ये thought कैसे कम करूँ या ये emotion कैसे कम करूँ. I think अगर आप उस position पे आ जाते हो तो मतलब the Lord is guiding you to find an answer, because not a lot of people ever want to even think कि ये thought या ये एहसास हटा सकते हैं. So I think for that itself, when anything is bothering you for a while, which is emotional, mental or physical, you should find help for it.
But how do you sometimes even realize कि जो कुछ मेरे दिमाग में चल रहा है मेरी लाइफ में चल रहा है, is it something that I have come up with? It's a plot I have created. Is it a story I'm telling myself, or is it the reality? And then there's the entire story of perspective कि पता नहीं शायद जिसने मेरे साथ गलत करा है, जो भी मेरे साथ जिंदगी में हुआ, मे बी वो इंसान तो ठीक ही कर रहा था, मेरी इंटेंशन शायद. You keep questioning yourself, right?
This is, I think, the beauty of mind. सबसे पहले ना वो एक्सटर्नल स्क्रीन्स दिखाता है कि इसकी वजह से भी हुआ, इसकी वजह से भी हुआ, इसकी वजह से भी हुआ. सुबह का बेड साइड से गलत उठे होंगे, लाइक यू नो दैट एग्जैक्ट थिंग दैट योर माइंड विल हैव 100 रीजन. मैं सोया नहीं होऊंगा इसलिए आज मूड खराब है. बट once you go past fixing every other frame, you'll realize that like the center of all those cameras is always pointing towards you. And eventually I think I go by the simple mantra कि तुम दुनिया नहीं बदल सकते, तुम सिर्फ खुद को बदल सकते हो. अगर तुम्हें सर दर्द हो रहा है तो तुम ही दवाई खानी पड़ेगी, तुम्हें लाइफस्टाइल चेंज करना पड़ेगा. तो अगर तुम्हें कोई ऐसा थॉट आ रहा है जो इज अनसेटलिंग, विच इज टेकिंग अवे फ्रॉम द न्यूट्रलिटी एंड लाइक द जनरल जॉय ऑफ लाइफ, तो तुम्हें ही चेक करना पड़ेगा कि कहाँ से वो शुरू हो रहा है. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स अ जर्नी ऑफ I think each human, like they will eventually get like one signal from somewhere where they realize ki, oh maybe I should fix myself. And I also see that a lot of people can go through an entire life never even realizing this, and that's their own journeys. But I think in today's world there is so much information, like we all have access to so much information that at some point there is a sense of when you stop and think कि why is it happening to me again and again, why am I feeling. सामने वाला बंदा तो खुश है, हम दोनों सेम ही ऑफिस में जाते हैं, हम सेम ही सोसाइटी में रह रहे हैं, तो मेरे साथ अगर ये हो रहा है तो क्या मैं कुछ बदल सकता हूँ. एंड आई थिंक जब भी यू वांट टू चेंज समथिंग, आई थिंक यू शुड स्टार्ट विद योरसेल्फ, नो मैटर हाउ द सराउंडिंग्स आर, बिकॉज दैट्स द कंट्रोल दैट यू हैव द मैक्सिमम.
Right. But tell me, when so many people come to you seeking help, कुछ ऐसा होता है क्या? क्योंकि ये बहुत बहुत सारे कॉन्वर्सेशंस में मैंने देखा है, मेरे अगर दोस्तों की बात करूं या बीइंग अ मैन माई सेल्फ, यू नो, आई सीन अ लॉट ऑफ दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन हैपनिंग कि यार लड़कियों के लिए ना, फीमेल्स के लिए तो बहुत आसान है यार इमोट करना, एक्सप्रेस करना. We are not brought up like that. Have you faced something like that? Like, because I see a lot of men battling with these things, and I've also seen a lot of them taking some stupid decisions because of that, and it's obviously not a good thing to do. But
I think as humans we all equally battle with the mind. Like the Lord has given us the same mind, the same like world to live with. I think जो emotions or the experiences that a woman might have might be very different versus the kind of experiences a male would have in the way that he's living. And both would have very different things that they want to work with.
okay,
What happens, and emotion भी same ही बनाए हैं आपके भी और मेरे भी, कि you know what anger is, I know what anger is. You know what love is, I know what love is. But I think the conditioning of whether emotions are good or bad, वो I think थोड़ा different है on how the parenting happens. That you know that entire thing कि लड़के नहीं रोते
yeah,
और लड़कियाँ तो रोती रहती हैं. But I think nobody questions कि रोना आता कैसे है. और अगर एक बंदा नहीं रो रहा तो कुछ ब्लॉक हो रहा है, या जो बंदा रो रहा है वो कुछ अनब्लॉक कर पा रहा है उस मोमेंट से. आई थिंक वो सारे सवाल हम ना अपने पेरेंट्स से पूछते हैं, ना मतलब अब किसी को पता भी नहीं है. नोबडी इज लुकिंग फॉर दोज आंसर्स. बट आई हैव सीन बिटवीन मेन एंड वुमेन, आई एक्चुअली हैव अ लॉट मोर फीमेल क्लाइंट्स देन मेन, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, बिकॉज दे आर मोर फोर्थकमिंग इन सेइंग कि
exactly my point.
they
That is
feel
why I
more.
asked this.
I think I
Yeah.
feel like we feel more because we are trained to embrace that. हम तो feel करते ही रहते हैं, हमें तो feel होता ही रहता है, हम तो रोते ही रहेंगे. और so we suddenly start like connecting with our emotions, and when you connect, you see कि oh, this thing is sitting in me which I don't need. And I think men are trained to numb them because it's not masculine enough to show your emotions, and then hence more problems that they face physically, because emotions कहीं तो जाएंगे.
Yeah.
If they're not coming out of you, they're staying in you, and they will cause their own little havoc wherever you make them store.
So have you seen a drastic difference between the men who come to you, which is a smaller number compared to the women, because वो तो बहुत ज़्यादा desperate पहुँच करके, मतलब मरता क्या ना करता वाली लेवल पे जा करके आते हैं ना, कि चल यार अब do I jump off a roof or I go for therapy? Okay, let's try therapy, then I can jump off a roof.
I think the beauty with men is that once the first time they experience emotion, I see like a lot of satisfaction where they feel like, oh, ये था मेरे अंदर. बिकॉज इतने सालों से ब्लॉक कर रखा है, राइट? कुछ हुआ, सबके साथ कुछ हुआ है, राइट? वी ऑल ग्रू अप विद अ सर्टेन स्टोरी. यू हैव अ स्टोरी, आई हैव अ स्टोरी, एवरीबडी हैज देयर ओन स्टोरी, एंड every script has its own good days and bad days, and all of us as kids have cried and laughed. So naturally we were all doing exactly the same thing until and unless conditioning came into the picture.
Yeah.
And say if I as a woman would have opened myself to so many experience and my counterpart didn't, when they go into session then they experience that child which still wants to cry. I think that's very liberating for them, and that's my most beautiful segment of working with males, because I think they suddenly start realizing कि हैं, मतलब बस देख नहीं रहे हम. And then since then the journey becomes much easier. I feel they really enjoy and embrace the idea of working with their emotions from there.
So how is hypnotherapy different from psychotherapy and
So
any other forms of therapy that are there?
fair. I think in a space of hypnosis you are very relaxed in your senses, and of course you have experienced it, so you understand what I'm talking about. But you are put into a space of a frequency which is slightly above when you're sleeping, so you can feel everything, but you're physically very relaxed. And in that you are not physically trying to figure out things, but you're like trying to look at your brain, mind, and trying to find ideas where it's coming from. So I feel like अगर आप मुझसे पूछें कि say I'm scared of darkness, I would never remember where it came from because so many things happen in my life every day. तो अंधेरे से डर क्यों लगा? आप मुझे कॉन्शियसली याद करने के लिए बोलोगे तो मैं आई विल ट्राई थिंकिंग अबाउट कि ठीक है, बचपन में कुछ हुआ था क्या, कहीं अंधेरा था, कोई स्टोरी सुनी थी, कोई मूवी देखी थी, बट आई कांट पिन पॉइंट कि वो इन्फॉर्मेशन कहाँ है. दैट्स वन पार्ट वेयर in a space of hypnosis you will be able to access that memory seamlessly where it all started, and you store all of these memories like it's the best drive ever. Your mind is the best drive ever. So to just like very objectively figure out where every memory is stored, how to take it out, how to look into it, how to get it out of your system becomes a very simple task. Consciously मुझे लगता है that because we are so brilliant at evading everything and looking at the mirror, because looking at the mirror is not the easiest thing to do, especially when you have to look at the mirror of all yourself across space and time to see where it all started from.
Right.
So the mind evades certain spaces जहाँ पे उसको discomfort होता है. तो खुद ही कहानी बना देता है उस मोड़ को ना देखने की. And as a therapist and as a therapist and my client sitting across two things, बातों में you always can ensure that you are evading things. In a space of trance, even you can choose not to tell something to me, but your mind will show where it is, and that's all that matters, you knowing where it's coming from instead of your therapist knowing. So I think it just becomes easier and more transparent.
You know, as a human, because therapists are also human, right? You're a good friend and you're human like any of us. I'm sure you have your own challenges. घर की भी इस चीज़ें होंगी, ऑफिस की भी इस चीज़ें होंगी. There's a lot of things that even a therapist goes through. There's a lot of charity I see happening, and there's a lot of people going out and doing stuff and saying कि यार हाँ मुझे इसमें अच्छा लगता है. And from where I look at it, it is that okay, I am blessed about few things in life. कि okay, maybe I'm financially strong, so I can do away with donating clothes to let's say 100 people, or I can do away with giving stationery or books or whatever, or going to an old age home, spending time with those people. As a therapist, you're already as a human first, you're already battling with your own emotions. You're already dealing with so much. And then where does this come from कि मैं दूसरों के भी emotions का मतलब, because obviously I'm sure it does burden you, and dealing with all of that, how does that work out?
I think at some point, every service that anyone is doing rubs off, like scrapes off some part of you. Like even say somebody who wakes up to get their job done, they're physically tiring themselves, right? बस हम quantify नहीं कर पाते उन चीज़ों को. So हर बंदा जो अपने घर से निकल रहा है किसी भी काम करने के लिए, वो अपना कुछ तो like some part of him is being used up in order to do that service. but there's some part that he receives after doing that service which is very fulfilling. And I think with hypnotherapy, a part that you give away is the space that you hold for people to experience an emotion. I think it's the most, for me, it's almost sacred, like, because it's something that way they can experience the most deepest of of their memories, and I can just ensure that I hold that space. For me, it's a learning to be able to hold that space without giving away my emotions. So ऐसा नहीं है when I started, like if somebody is seeing something of their past and they're crying, so automatically like I'm fully plugged into how they're feeling.
Overwhelmed,
so,
yeah.
So I get overwhelmed, but I have to remind myself that this is me, this is this person, there's a situation, and then there are these emotions that are like in the room, right? The more I let go of my self, the more I'm doing a disservice to this person, because if both of us cry, like, तो therapy किसकी चल रही है?
Yeah.
So I think a matter of like my own learning has been to be very neutral and hold space so that the person who needs help is able to experience their side of the story completely, knowing that I'm with them throughout this experience now that I'm there as a therapist. So I think it's a major work in progress. I think like with age, with time, with more kind of people that I work with, it only gets stronger. And I think I always walk into a therapy room with the prayer saying that like sari space to like is being held by the Lord itself, I feel. So
Yeah.
वो भी आपका बंदा है, मैं भी आपका बंदा हूँ, थोड़ी सी जगह बना लेना ताकि जो सामान उसने एक्सपीरियंस करना है वो आप उसको हेल्प कर दो, जितना काम मुझे करना है आप मेरी हेल्प कर दो. सो आई थिंक लाइक दैट innate strength that all of us receive to do anything is anyway something out of our understanding.
Yeah.
So वो सपोर्ट ऊपर से आ जाता है करने का. और बाकी आई थिंक इट्स योर ओन टेस्ट एज एनी प्रोफेशनल टू कीप figuring out how are you doing your job honestly. So it's now much better. And there's also a very funny thing I feel, and I've learned this, पहले सुनती थी, that your clients, so every experience that you see and I see is very beautifully designed for my growth. There is no other way why we're having this experience.
Okay.
So every client that a therapist receives is also part of like my narrative. So whatever person who's walking into the door, apart from his or her session, मेरा भी एक side में session चल रहा होता है of a very massive learning of why am I listening to that story.
मतलब उस कहानी में अपना भी कोई किरदार है.
100%. मतलब हर हम सबकी कहानी में we are there and not sitting with anybody else, because कुछ तो there is a big math to all of this that we don't see. So I think every person who comes to a room and every story that I hear, there's always, I do not think that there's no learning that I have out of that conversation. So I'm always supposed to be in that room and learn my own bit, whatever it is. It's just two of us learning out of one movie that we watch in that session.
Wow. Okay. There's this book I had read many years before I came to you. Many Lives, Many Masters. I think a lot of people must have read it. If you haven't, please do. It has a beautiful understanding of how our lives are not just this life.
Okay.
There are many lives before that we've lived, and there are many lives after. What is your take on that? What is your understanding? And I'm sure you've had experiences and you've heard clients talk about that. क्या है ये? भ्रम है कि रियलिटी है? सबसे पहले तो ये बताओ मुझे कि is it, and how do you determine?
इसके ना बहुत सारे, like when somebody asks me this question, because a lot of time people have asked me about past lives.
Yeah.
So firstly, I've read all Brian Weiss books because I think it was phenomenal that he wrote all his work. You know, funnily enough, he discovered past lives much before he could write about it, because he was scared to write about it for losing his credibility as a therapist. Because there is nothing like Hindustan mein to we all are still grown up with the idea of multiple lives and reincarnation, and the Buddhism and Hinduism like talks about it. In the West, there is no space for this. So he himself like had to be pushed by the universe to start writing about it for the West. There is another book, when I was reading it, I also picked up another book which is called The Journey of Souls, I think. Which also, I also was reading how the Westerners perceive all of this. Because उनके पास कोई context नहीं है, हमारे पास बहुत context है. I am brought up as a Muslim, so in my context, there is no reincarnation. So the first time somebody spoke to me, the same person who had taught me, and I started learning about me, this was one piece of information जो मैंने ना side कर दिया था कि इसको बाद में देखेंगे. हेल्प करने वाला काम, समझने वाला काम, माइंड कैसे करता है काम, इमोशंस कैसे करते हैं काम, वो पहले समझ लेते हैं. बट आई डोंट थिंक कि यू कैन सेग्रीगेट द टू, बिकॉज हार्ड ड्राइव तो एक ही है.
राइट.
सो हाउ डू आई सी इट एंड व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड इज कि मुझे लगता है अंडरस्टैंडिंग एज ह्यूमैनिटी, हम बहुत छोटे हैं इस पूरी क्रिएशन को समझने के लिए कि हाउ डज इट ऑल वर्क. There is so much information in our own text that one has to learn from. Reality is very skewed. Like, our reality is very much to do with the five senses. We all know that what our five senses perceive itself is limited.
Right.
So what we see is definitely not the absolute reality.
Yeah.
And what past lives happens, all my learning is that of course I have done a lot of sessions with past lives. Of course I've seen my own many versions of it. Till you don't see it, it sounds like very gimmicky, and maybe it's a fragment of imagination, maybe it's not. I think to each its own. But when I see past lives, I definitely know that there has to be some logic of why I am Anam and not Mohit. And there has to be some logic why I am me and not my sibling, and why my father is my father and your father is not my father. It can't be running like this. Entire cycle can't be running on a fluke, because otherwise there is a lot of beautiful system like in this entire segment. So I've learned that like our souls are going through a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
And to complete an experiences or a lesson, there are just multiple variations that they have to go through in the same thing, क्योंकि we all know कि एक बारी में एक चीज समझना तो हमारे बस की है ही नहीं. तो depending on how your like journey goes, you have to experience the same things in all facets, and it's not suffering. Like, I think our biggest problem as lives is that we see life as happiness and suffering, and not just like a neutral experience where suffering and the memory of happiness is like just watching the same parts of you reacting to two situations.
Yeah.
So absolutely, like I think when you realize about your past lives, people say मुझे past life देखनी है, and I always say ऐसा, there is nothing called past life देखनी है.
It's not a movie.
It's not a movie, and there is also no past life tourism happening out here, and that's something that we were very well taught and trained about how this is perceived in India when we did our education. But now I know that you can't go to a past life. Your mind will take you to the past life if it thinks it's necessary for you to learn something from it.
Okay.
And even whether it's a Brian Weiss book, Brian Weiss was not putting people in past lives. He was looking for an answer to a problem that the client was walking in with, and the mind had the answer sitting in another life. So I think that's like, we feel like there's a massive control center somewhere which ensures what you see in a session, or how one life is affecting the other, and when that information needs to come to you, will figure its own way out. And
I think this is also the basic understanding. जैसे हमारे घर में बड़े बुजुर्ग बोलते हैं ना कि एक बड़ी there's a bigger picture that is talked about. Like my dad always says कि उस टाइम तकलीफ होती है हमें चीज़ों को लेकर के, लेकिन हमें नहीं पता होता you want to give it the name of God, you want to call it Allah, Vaheguru, you want to call it just the sun or just a supernatural power, whatever names you want to give it, but कहीं कुछ एक grand plan है. And I think that is the reason many times it happens ना कि आपका अपना जो so called हमारा खून होता है, कि हमारा खुद का भाई या बहन, there are people, thankfully not in my case, but there are people जिनके होता है ना कि यार हमारे अपने भी अपने नहीं हैं, लेकिन कभी कभी कोई बहुत ही रैंडम इंसान जो आपका कोई नहीं लगता, शायद इज अ स्ट्रेंजर, you click with them so well that that person turns out to be more like a brother or a sister or a very very good friend. So I think तभी हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग कहते हैं कि there's a grand plan. And वो होता है ना कि कुछ लोगों से हमारा, जो हमारे अपने फैमिली के लोग होते हैं, ब्लड रिलेशंस बोलते हैं इनको, उनके साथ इतना अच्छा बॉन्डिंग हमारा नहीं होता, लेकिन कभी कभी किसी स्ट्रेंजर के साथ वी जस्ट बॉन्ड टू वेल. इट्स लाइक यू एंड आई हैड सच एक्सपीरियंसेस. मेरा जो कॉलेज का बहुत अच्छा बचपन के मेरे 2 दोस्त हैं, उनमें से एक जिस दिन मिला कॉलेज के पहले दिन, वी बिकेम द बेस्ट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स एंड टिल डेट इट स्टेज. एंड वी डिड नॉट बिलीव इट, बट बैक इन द डे हमारा फर्स्ट ये जो KG नर्सरी में, वी वर इन द सेम क्लास and we were friends, and then we went into different schools, we lived our own lives, and 15 years down we again meet in college. The first day we become brilliant friends, and I don't want to stress the topic too much, but we've had coincidences where things were unbelievable, you know, and we sometimes wonder कि अरे कैसे हुआ. तो I do feel at times कि कुछ grand plan कहीं पर है, वो हमें शायद समझ नहीं आता, और मे बी आई डोंट नो इफ आई माइट कम अक्रॉस एज बीइंग वेरी सुपरस्टिशियस अबाउट दिस थिंग, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट रिलीजियस एट ऑल. मुझे मैं मंदिर, मस्जिद, गुरुद्वारा, चर्च जाता हूँ, लेकिन फ़ोटो खींचने मैं अक्सर ये बात बोलता हूँ कि जब मैं गुरुद्वारे जाता हूँ मैं बाहर सरोवर में बैठता हूँ, क्योंकि अंदर दरबार साहिब में तो मुझे भगवान इतना नहीं मिले. बट अगर आई एम सॉरी, बट अगर भगवान का नाम सुकून है तो मुझे बहुत बार मिला है. So that is the thing, and it's I think quite a wild theory also when you talk about past lives. You know? I spend a lot of time with monks, fortunately now, Buddhist monks, and there's a very strong fundamental of reincarnation. Anybody who's read about the Dalai Lama would know that, and that applies to every monk. The Dalai Lama is just the leader of them, so that is there. But how does all of this work? It's बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है ये, मतलब
I think हम बहुत छोटे हैं to even answer on how does all of this works. I think our existence is all about finding out how all of this is working. उसमें लोगों की तो I think सारी जिंदगियाँ निकल जाती हैं. सारी जिंदगियाँ मतलब life after life you are answering the same question and asking the same question, right? कि हो क्या रहा है? Who am I? I think that question itself, who am I, puts you on a spin where you just start asking all of the other things that come with him. That why am I Mohit? Why am I Anam? Why am I sitting here? Why are we doing this podcast? This podcast, whosoever is listening, why is that person listening, and why does that person out of everybody else needs to listen to that podcast, and why today?
Yeah.
So I think that web of why is the most beautiful, I think, web to spend learning about. My why started, I'll tell you, I have all of these questions and I'm still constantly studying, learning. There is so much text which talks about this, and the beauty of this text is jitna you in your life has stages. Like growth की stage होती है, एक बच्चे को आप नहीं समझा सकते एक certain चीज़ें, कुछ experience के बाद थोड़ी और समझ बढ़ती है तो और चीज़ें समझ आने लगती हैं. So I started when I started my entire journey here, I first started with the best book. I read all the Brian Weisses and Newtons and all of them. Then I started with Autobiography of a Yogi to understand, and I think that book changed a lot of things about answering the why, because that's exactly what a monk and a yogi is doing, right? They're sitting in one corner to understand what all of this is, why are they there, how can they leave the Maya, ideally, right? Everybody's trying to understand what is nirvana, and I think ye sare sawal to anyone who's a seeker is asking these questions, and that's when I eventually started walking on my journey to learn all of these things. And I think that journey itself is endless. एक ज़िंदगी में हम पढ़ भी नहीं सकते जितना सामान already the earth has about this information. But one place to start, I've always said, it's always funny that me with my background is going to quote it, but I think if you pick up any religious book, anyone, like, and
Yeah.
and just read, and not read it as a religious book, like read it as an opportunity to understand a glimpse of this creation. You might start like unraveling what past lives are or what you are doing here. And चाहे मानो कि past lives होती है नहीं होती है, I think कभी कभार the religions that don't talk about past lives are trying to also help you to walk through life in a such a clean slate ताकि अगली जिंदगी ना देखनी पड़े. तो वो भी आपके लिए मतलब क्लीनर ही करके दे रहे हैं पिक्चर की. अगर आप एक बार ही सब सही कर लोगे, you accumulate nothing, then there is no reason to come back and clean up. But that's also one of the most difficult things to do in one life.
Yeah.
But my answer always starts with, a lot of times, like with Bhagavad Gita. I read a lot of Bhagavad Gita. I think it'll take a lifetime to understand everything that's there. And we will go through like all our lessons if we don't learn them for the first time. So what you said about वो जो लोग आते हैं जिनको आप एक बार ही मिलते हो and you hug them and you always have this feeling कि ये तो अपना ही बंदा नहीं था, like,
Yeah,
weren't we
exactly,
always
yes,
friends?
yes.
I think that's one of those things that you have lived through so many of lives together, because there is no reason why you will fall in love or why you would immediately want to care for somebody out of like 2 days of friendship. And you would ask this question, oh, why this person? Like, I think falling in love is always like one of those things that randomly, like one conversation or a couple of conversations, you already, I know you're doing your math of logic, ki
Yeah.
is that person right or not, but one part of you is smiling throughout, saying
Ignoring all the red flags.
saying that, darling, you will have to go through me because we are bound to experience some things together. My only learning is that no one's out there to get you. Like, literally, not even a single piece of existence is out there to get you in a negative way. Everyone's out there to help you. And the ones which are your obviously immediate family are playing roles in your script and vice versa for your learning. The ones that you perceive are making you have a bad time are also playing their roles, because the script will have to have, again, good days and bad days, so somebody has to play the role of a villain also, right?
Right.
But that doesn't make that soul a bad soul. It's just doing its job for your own thing. Maybe like you both had an agreement that, you know, you will have to slap me in public one day so that I understand how to speak up for myself.
Yeah.
Because that itself is a very big lesson. So I don't think we can understand the nuances of lessons that we learn every day. The person who's not being able to understand, जो आप उसे समझाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो और आपको गुस्सा आया जा रहा है और वो समझ नहीं रहा, क्या उसका काम है आपको पेशेंस सिखाना? क्या उसका काम है आपको एक और तरीका देखना समझाने का? या but you can choose to like slap that person and say कि तुम गधे हो.
Yeah.
So either in which ways are you building karma and not building karma? And even if I asked that one little soul to come and bug me because I had to learn something, जो मैं कोशिश कर रही हूँ, और मैं जब यहाँ बार-बार आती हूँ तो भूल जाती हूँ, 2 थप्पड़ मार के उसको वापस भेज देती हूँ, तो अब solve तो करना पड़ेगा ना वापस.
I think the karmic cycle is what you call it, that has to complete itself.
I think it has to complete itself, and you have to even out everything for the energy to be neutral. And the only way you can do it is remind yourself that no one's out there to get you. If you see yourself in everybody, you're not out there to get anybody anyways. Like, हम दिन शुरू थोड़ी करते हैं कि सामने वाली बंदी की जिंदगी खराब कर देंगे.
Right.
But everything is a situation, right? Like, and if you remind yourself that a situation को खराब नहीं करना, you and I are both here to learn our lessons. सब साथ में मेट्रो में फंसे हुए हैं. It's a very long journey. So the happier we keep ourselves through this journey, the easier it is. The world is always going to keep the AC open. If you still want to be angry, the AC is still open. You have to be thankful that at least metro mein AC hai. So I think like if you just find your own way to live through life, that's the only way like to get out of this entire cycle. That's the only way to appreciate the beauty of this universe, when you look at that person and you immediately feel that intuition, what you call, of that you like him. And it's also the other way around. Like you see one person walks into the room and suddenly all the red flags and on, and उसने बोला भी नहीं है अभी.
I have a few people like that
right?
in my life.
बात भी नहीं हुई है अभी.
हाँ, it's जिसको हम vibe बोलते हैं यार, vibe
Correct.
negative है. Yes.
Like, and and the face of it, that person is just being absolutely nice to you, but there is a part of that intuition which is going like red flag, red flag, red flag. Then you have to at some point stop and check, is something that is in me which is a problem here, then I'm unnecessarily judging a person, or it could be just that the person will have some role to play in your little script that you would have asked that person to do, but nothing's out there to get you. It's just you experiencing another version of yourself to see
Yeah.
how you react in that space, and that's good to go.
You know, एक चीज़ मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा याद आ रही है during this conversation, and is that my dad, he'll be 78 this year, and he hasn't really, you know, उनकी generation को therapy के बारे में पता भी नहीं है, उतना informed भी नहीं है, and they are more of the generation कि यार अपने आप deal कर लो यार, इतना क्या है, stress तो सबको होता है, परेशानी सबको होती है, इसके बारे में मतलब why do you have to make such a, you know, हल्ला गुल्ला about it. बट मेरे डैड ने अक्सर मुझे एक बात बोली कि यार चाह के ना कोई भी किसी का बुरा नहीं करता. वो कहते हैं कि यार कोई मतलब किसी ने तुम्हारे साथ बुरा हो सकता है करा, तुम्हें लगता हो कि उस इंसान ने मेरे साथ बुरा करा, किसी ने मुझे बिट्रे करा, लेकिन अपनी तरफ से तो वो ठीक ही करना चाह रहा था ना, वो तुम्हें बुरा लगा. तो वन थिंग विच आई हैव स्टार्टेड लुकिंग एट इज मेनी टाइम्स इट्स just an understanding of how I am reacting to the situation. And when I'm, you know, talking to you and what all you're telling me, I realize that it's कहीं ना कहीं वो एक reaction ही है. हाँ, there are some reactions which are vocal, which are loud, which I might notice कि मैंने हाथ उठाया या मैंने चिल्ला दिया या मैं चुप हो गया. But there are some smaller reactions which just go unnoticed, which also we do. Traffic में maybe drive करते हुए we notice so many things. Metro, the example that you gave, like there are so many things that we notice in the metro, but they just go unnoticed. How do we pay attention to these things?
I think it's a process, frankly. Like when you start working on yourself, like, and when I say working on yourself, I think what I think working on myself is not especially just therapy. Therapy is obviously like actively working on yourself. Working on yourself for me is when you start noticing yourself. Like start noticing, like even what you are saying, कि किसी ने पैर रख दिया, तो मुंह से भैया निकला या गाली निकली, वो is a matter of your own journey ना, सबका अपना अपना है. I think if you ask me only, I have also gone through the entire journey कि धक्का मारने से लेके गाली देने से लेके अब स्माइल करना, क्योंकि मुझे अब याद आ जाता है कि कहाँ फंस रही हूँ यार, पैर ही तो रख दिया, ऐसा मतलब धक्के में गिरा भी दिया तो उठ जाते हैं वापस, इसमें लड़ाई थोड़ी कर लेंगे. सो सबसे पहले तो आई थिंक व्हेन यू स्टार्ट एनी वर्जन ऑफ वर्किंग इन योरसेल्फ, व्हिच आई थिंक व्हेन आई से whether you start reading books, whether you start meditating, whether you start praying, whether you start surrendering yourself and thanking God, or you just start the journey of gratitude or journaling, like any version of looking inwards, you start noticing this entire frequency of things that you go through in a day. Very scientifically, every emotion has a frequency. So from like love, which is, and peace, which is the topmost, which are what we say the closest to the gods, which are emotions or essence, which if we could even perceive very little of what the creator might be, it would be all of those emotions, to the more denser emotions of anger, jealousy, greed. We all see each and every emotion can be full like bandwidth, right? Like greed is not just like कि मुझे सामने वाले का पैसा चाहिए, मुझे और चाहिए. It's also that extra like piece of chocolate that you eat. Right. It's also like that extra t-shirts that you want to have in your thing. That those tools that you think are ये भी हो जाएंगे, बाद में काम आ जाएंगे. So there's a full like spectrum of this. I think once you start like noticing them very like objectively, you start noticing how things are moving in your entity. Or I think one thing that I've also learned is that you can't fight yourself. Like you can't say कि you are what you are and you have to at some point experience yourself completely. So अगर आज मुझे एक चीज़ करनी है, मैं कल नहीं बोल सकती कि कल से मैं गुस्सा नहीं आएगा, वो ऐसा होगा ही नहीं. So पहले तो मुझे एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा कि मुझे गुस्सा आता है.
आपकी फितरत है जो है वो है.
and you have to be honest to your existence instead of hiding or saying कि कल सुबह उठ के एकदम ही switch हटा देंगे, ऐसा नहीं होगा. Once you're accepting it, then you can start like quantifying कि ठीक है ये वाला थोड़ा कम करते हैं, इसको थोड़ा change करते हैं, अगली बारी इन दो सिचुएशन में गुस्सा नहीं करते क्योंकि let's like make our own peace with these things, and then हल्की हल्की फितरत बदलेगी. तो there is no like easy way out of learning this entire nuances about yourself. I think that takes a lifetime, and I always tell this to other people कि एक वक्त होता था जब लोग कहते थे कि अच्छा मेरे दादाजी ना गुस्से वाले हैं, क्योंकि दादाजी ने डिसाइड किया कि वो गुस्सा ही करते हैं, तो वो गुस्से वाले दादाजी हैं. वर्सेस अब आप भी बन सकते हो गुस्से वाले दादाजी, बॉल लेने वाली आंटी, चीखने चिल्लाने वाले पार्टनर्स, मारने वाले पेरेंट्स, या आप पूरे टाइम अपने आप को नोटिस कर सकते हो कि रिएक्शन चाहिए नहीं चाहिए.
You know, it's beautiful when you're talking about how we play with emotions, na? And my next question is, how does the mind work? Because when I was, listening to you talk about वो जो चॉकलेट वाली बात बोली, या फिर वो गुस्से वाले दादाजी या बॉल लेने वाले आंटी, there are so many emotions that we shuffle through every day. I think thousands or maybe millions of them every day. बहुत छोटे छोटे माइन्यूट भी है, बहुत बड़े बड़े भी हैं. और एक चीज़ ना लगातार ख्याल में आ रही थी कि जो अच्छे इमोशंस हैं, जो हमें प्रेफर्ड है, वो तो हम सेकंड्स में हड़प कर जाते हैं, लेकिन जो नहीं पसंद वो बहुत तकलीफ देते हैं. इट इज़ जस्ट लाइक हाउ अ लॉट ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स इन द कॉर्पोरेट से कि यार वीकेंड तो पता नहीं चलता कैसे निकलता है, लेकिन मंडे टू फ्राइडे ऐसा लगता है कि ज़िंदगी रुकी हुई है ना. सिमिलरली अ चॉकलेट विल डिसअपियर इनटू आवर माउथ्स इन सेकंड्स, बट अगर वही कोई किसी को अगर नहीं पसंद तो ऐसी कोई सब्जी हो, घिया तोरी टिंडा टाइप का कुछ, मैं खा लेता हूँ सब कुछ वैसे लेकिन वैसा कुछ हो तो सजा सी बन जाती है वो. देन इट टेक्स फॉरएवर टू एक एक निवाला करके भी लगता है कि यार पता नहीं कैसे खत्म होगा, यार क्यों खाना पड़ रहा है ये. सो इज देयर अ neutral way to deal with it? How does the mind really work? What is the science behind it?
The neutral way to deal with it is the path of Buddha. What he says, to walk on the middle path. ना ज़्यादा खुश होना है, ना ज़्यादा दुखी होना है, क्योंकि जो आसपास होना है वो तो होता ही रहेगा. But how do you get there, I think, is the question. One thing I beautifully learned in hypnotherapy, which I think I always try and explain to people, if from the person who will be the gusse wala dadaji to the person who will hate broccoli, like सारा simple करके समझाऊँ तो everything is a thought, right? For us, everything is a thought, and every thought comes, बहुत सारे thought चल रहे हैं ऊपर. When I'm talking to you, there are like so many of these things, but with everything that we do, there are so many thoughts, and then we suddenly hold one thought because हमें पसंद आ जाता है, चाहे नेगेटिव वे में या पॉजिटिव वे में, and we give power to that thought by attaching an emotion to it. So say that I ate chocolate, I ate tinda. When I ate tinda, the memory of chocolate, sugar, my emotion was like happiness, right? So I now associate happiness to chocolate. I ate करेला, लाइक कड़वा था तो डिस्गस्ट लगा दिया उसके साथ थोड़ा सा, तो मेमोरी में अब डिस्गस्ट करेले के साथ स्टोर हो गया, खुशी चॉकलेट के साथ स्टोर हो गई,
राइट,
करेक्ट. सो मेमोरी ने एक स्टोरेज बना ली. सो यूजुअली लाइक स्टोरेजेस आर बिल्ट फॉर एवरीथिंग इन आवर माइंड, every experience, and I think that's the job of the mind, right? The job of the mind is to keep you alive.
Yeah.
Frankly, that's the only role like it has to play. So when you're growing up from like until 8 years, you're only experiencing everything for the first time. So you're storing, Mohit is having Coke, so Coke is going as sugar, happy. Mohit is given neem juice is going as negative. If the dog is cuddling, dog is staying as friendship, joy. If the dog bites you, dog is fear. So चीज वही है,
बन जाते हैं,
चीज वही है, बट स्टोरेज अलग अलग चल रही है डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ यू एक्सपीरियंस एवरीथिंग.
राइट.
So then the thought starts staying in your emotional body. Like so we have many bodies. We are not just physical body, and if you get more into that entire science, like there is a thought body, there is an emotional body, then there's an energy body, then there's your physical body, and then between all of this, like there is your spirit, which is fueling all of these things together. So if you just see yourself, a lot of unseen parts of you are these storages, and how these thoughts like start coming down, and an emotion starts associating with it. So say after a while, like your emotion for sugar in a positive way, वो इतना बड़ा हो गया है क्योंकि अब आप हर बारी आपको पता है कि सेम इमोशन आएगा, तो आप हर बारी वो इमोशन क्रेव कर रहे हो.
Right.
Right, you're craving that one moment where you can have something sugary because you know what you feel when you're going through that thing. Similar, say like with alcohol especially, I feel like everybody is like consuming alcohol because they have memories of how they feel with alcohol.
Yeah.
Although there's no guarantee that you will feel in the same way. But everybody is always like we're always operating out of a past.
Yeah.
We are always wanting to recreate something in the
end result मिल रहा है उस चीज से.
And वो जो recreate हम कर रहे हैं वो हमसे past recreate करना चाहते हैं हर बारी. And hence like you're always, that's what they say, right? You're always living in the past because you're constantly trying to recreate something that you had last. And but this is not the middle ground, because you're either always have a desire or you always have an aversion towards something. So या तो आप avoid करने की कोशिश करते हैं या आप attract करने की कोशिश करते हो desires को अपनी तरफ. And the middle path is that either of them happens. You are just experiencing all of this because what they say is like you're just here to see the entire world. And but हम खो जाते हैं ना इन सारी चीज़ों में. So from like the thought it comes to the emotion. From emotion, I feel it starts coming into your energy body. So say you have so much of something that your energy body starts getting damaged because that fear or that extreme sense of desire to sugar, suddenly you're having so much more sugar that your energy body is going out of whack because it's obviously like overstimulated all the time. And then comes like the physical body which starts telling you कि भैया कुछ damage हो रहा है. हाँ, मतलब कुछ damage कर रहे हो आप. Like I feel like, and then the physical body starts showing sign is when like we actually in awareness get triggered. So या तो diabetes हो जाएगी, right? Yeah, you will have fatty cells building in your body, and then you'll start noticing it, but you would not notice that instant gratification that chocolate is spiking your insulin and how you're feeling that, and then a notch above, like how can you avoid that moment when you're not having that chocolate because you know it's not doing great to you in the quantity that you're eating. Yeah. I think that what I find beauty of hypnotherapy is that you can trace this entire path back, because you know that you have stored a certain amount of information in your physical body. You know when it came to your energy body, you know when it was just an emotion because which you're trying to recreate, and then eventually you know it all starts from that one thought. And that's true for literally everything, like in our storage, if you give that math to everything. Like, so if you take the example of anger, me stepping on your shoe is not like immediately making you angry. That reaction to save yourself from and being angry is stored in multiple other folders, and hence that reaction is always coming out. So I might have stomped on your feet by mistake, but somewhere if you start digging into your folders, your brain would have stored कि जब पैर पे कोई चढ़े तो अपने आप को बचाने के लिए गुस्सा कर सकते हो. ये decision बहुत पुराना होगा कहीं.
Yeah, in fact, I would like to come to that since we already talked about this. I remember from in my very first session, we diagnosed this thing that I've had a lung condition and we've been working on that. And कहीं ना कहीं school में कुछ हुआ था. I don't want to go back to the entire thing. It's really personal, but I remember that it was all stored in my chest and lung area. And when I went back to that memory, I realized that for so many years I've just felt like कि को कहते हैं ना छाती में एक भार पड़ा हुआ है जो मैं निकाल नहीं पा रहा हूँ. एंड इवेंचुअली वो बीमारी बन के निकला. तो आई थिंक इट्स समथिंग टू स्टडी फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. आई होप अ लॉट मोर पीपल कैन यू नो फाइनेंशियली अफोर्ड थेरेपी. तो बहुत बात की बात है, लेकिन पहले वो अवेयरनेस तो पहुँच ही जाए कि ये एक कॉन्वर्सेशन ही शुरू हो जाए. दैट इज़ माई इंटेंशन विद दिस पॉडकास्ट, कि बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जिनके बारे में कॉन्वर्सेशंस ही नहीं है. अगर वो कॉन्वर्सेशन ही शुरू हो जाए तो एटलीस्ट वो अवेयरनेस आ जाए दैट पीपल कैन थिंक कि अभी मैं इमोशनली ऐसा फील करता हूँ मेरी बॉडी में कहाँ पर मुझे क्या तकलीफ हो रही है, you know, and that in itself makes a big difference. Tell me something. Here's another question which a lot of people, when I discuss with them the kind of things you just said, is that if I'm always studying my emotions, तो मैं बोरिंग इंसान नहीं हो जाऊँ, क्योंकि मैं तो खुश भी नहीं रह पा रहा, मैं दुखी भी नहीं रह पा रहा, फिर जिंदगी क्या है?
What do you think is opposite of boring?
Exciting.
And what excites you?
In my case, though, it's a lot of things. Motorcycles.
Because motorcycles make you feel like?
They make me feel like freedom, yeah, a lot of freedom.
So everyone.
I'm out there, I'm living it, yeah.
So I think when you trace back everything that you're seeking in life, which is giving you something, I think you'll start seeking either like freedom or peace or joy. And I think when you start, I believe, and I'm still like, I think I have a long way to go. So मैं तो इतना उम्र है ना समझ है सारी बातें करने की, पर मुझे लगता है कि when you're constantly trying to find that one spot जहाँ पे freedom, peace, joy हर moment पे है, वो I feel like if any of us can get to that state, whatever that hypothetical utopian state is, I don't think it doesn't matter कि बाहर से क्या लगता है किसी को, but तुम हमेशा खुश हो, तुम हमेशा सुकून में हो,
Right.
तो सरोवर पे भी नहीं जाना पड़ता, चॉकलेट भी नहीं खानी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि तुम हो. So I don't think कि boring होगा. Like I think if you boring is when you don't want to do what you're doing and you want to find something else that will stimulate you.
Yeah.
But to finding that space which you're permanently stimulated in peace, joy might be exactly opposite of boring. And I think that's probably the eventual goal of how one would want to feel, right? पूरे टाइम ही खुश, पूरे टाइम ही सुकून में. और I think वो तो बहुत सारा काम है.
बहुत सारा काम है, लेकिन मेरा काम आसान भी हो गया बिकॉज यू नो विद एवरी एपिसोड दैट वी डू फॉर द पॉडकास्ट मैं हमेशा कोशिश करता हूँ कि कोई ऐसा एक विन या ऐसा एक सबक लेके चलूँ जो मेरे को आगे बिना एफर्ट के याद कर सकूँ. बहुत सारे ऐसे हर एक एपिसोड में कुछ ना कुछ एक चीज़ मैंने एक सुरेंद्र सर उनके साथ बोला था पॉडकास्ट में कि मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं चुपचाप आके आपकी जेब काट के निकल जाऊँ और वो अपने पास स्टोर रख लूँ जो भी मैंने जेब काट के निकाला है आपकी. So this is something very beautiful that you just said, and I just realized that all we need to do is the way I would like to do now is, take a step back, look at ki what is that one thing I'm trying to achieve, what's in it for me. जो हम बोलते हैं ना, what's in it for me. It sounds very business-like when we say that statement, but if I just think कि अच्छा मुझे इससे क्या मुझे सुकून चाहिए, freedom चाहिए, if there are like 5 keywords that I'm looking at in my life, मुझे सुकून चाहिए, प्यार चाहिए, freedom चाहिए, तो मैं वो काम करूँ जिससे मुझे फ्रीडम का एहसास होता है. That is why people who go skydiving, people like me who go riding bikes, and when we start doing a lot more of that, I think we become happier individuals. Routine ना बन जाए वो, फिर वो डर लगता है.
I think what I believe is कि we will not be able to all the time ride a bike. We will not be able to all the time skydive. But that's what we'll always be able to do is be with ourselves happily. So there are obviously there's also a train journey before you get to the foot of the mountain, then there's a climb before you get to the top of the mountain, and then the adventure would start, right? If you're trying to experience that, but the journey itself is also
Process से प्यार हो जाए तो
I think process and you always know that there will be a milestone next, and you keep doing so many things on the way. But I think that eventual joy will always find its way to you if you are always smiling throughout the process. And I think one very simple thing that I have learned to do now is through the process. Say office bhi to jati hu, and office mein bhi there are always 100 things that are happening. So it's not that ki the world does not nudge you. All the players in the script always will have one way to tug your t-shirt and push you and nudge you. But do you stay playful, or do you stay dhakka mat do, mood kharab hai? I think I just ensure that I go the other way. I just try and think if I was much younger, I would have enjoyed the entire scenario, because then you know that no one's hurting you. Everyone's playing with you.
Yeah.
That just solves one part of the game for me. Second thing that really helps me do is when you're really pushed to extreme, somehow just start looking at your breath and start noticing that you think कि उस बंदे से लड़ना है but लड़ाई तो अपने अंदर already शुरू हो गई है because like all my emotions have arrived to the front line like balcony में हैं सारे
Yeah.
and all of them are already like pushing my body in a certain way. Am I wanting to see this happen to my own self because this person will go away but the anger that I've called in for exactly what the example that you gave of your childhood, right? बचपन में नहीं पता था कि एंगर को उसी टाइम थैंक यू भी बोलना है कि क्या अपना काम करने आया है एंगर मतलब all of these emotions are necessary for existence.
Yeah.
But what is not necessary is to store them. So when they will arrive, you obviously thank them because they're doing their job in howsoever this creation works, which again I say we have no idea. But you also to thank them and move them out so that you can not carry them.
Right.
So I think that is the only thing that your breath will be immediately able to tell you whether they're still there or you have thanked them and you've let them go, because it's just the storage of them which would cause the havoc later.
I'm thinking that ये वाला जो एपिसोड है ना ये जब भी एडिट होता है ना तो हम लोग बहुत बार सुनते हैं, मी एंड माई टीम, बट आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल विल ऑल्सो लाइक टू जस्ट लिसन टू इट अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन ट्राइंग टू डिसाइफर द मीनिंग्स बिकॉज काफ़ी कुछ है एंड एज यू सेड वो एक बार में नहीं समझ में
हाँ मतलब I also think कि every time I open some parts of my books मुझे ही समझ नहीं आता कि पिछली बार मैंने क्या समझा था, क्योंकि हर बारी कुछ नया समझ आता है. Like हर बारी I feel like when you meet people that you love them, but हर बारी एक नए एंगल, हाँ you love them differently, एक नया एंगल.
Right.
Like so there is just so much to learn that once you're I think open to receiving it, it'll just start flooding your gates with information. So फिर पूरी जिंदगी है, फिर तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
कैसा लग रहा है अभी?
बढ़िया लग रहा है.
नर्वस?
नहीं नर्वस तो नहीं लग रहा. जितना नर्वस शुरू में लग रहा था नहीं लग रहा, बट आई थिंक व्हाट इज funny is that I think there are so many things that you cannot even explain. And there is so much that I think even I am very young to learn, understand and explain to anybody, but I'm only glad that people could probably be able to assess themselves as not the victim of their circumstances and emotion, but like they have the opportunity to experience them and then work through them. So that certainly gave me a lot of joy to think about that.
Nice. This has been beautiful. I absolutely loved it. और बहुत कुछ है जो निकल के आया, and you know that entire thing कि मैं हमेशा ही एक emotion से नहीं रहने वाला हूँ. So if we can just start sitting with ourselves and dealing with the emotions that are there within us and looking at emotions, जैसे हम किसी situation में कैसे react कर रहे हैं. हम अगर खुश हो रहे हैं तो कितने क्यों इतने खुश हो रहे हैं किसी चीज़ को देख के, दुखी हो रहे हैं तो क्यों हो रहे हैं, and then I think it's a better understanding of ourselves. और वो सबसे बड़ा काम है. खुद के साथ जीत लिए तो फिर बचा क्या, सब कुछ ही जीत लिया ना.
And everything is cyclic. Like ना खुशी पूरे टाइम रहती है ना दुख, तो I think being stressed about either does not make much of a difference.
Absolutely. Anam, thank you so much for doing this. It's been beautiful, and as I said, this is an episode that people will come back to और बहुत बार सुनेंगे. मैं बहुत बार सुनने वाला हूँ. I'm going to go back to this conversation many times, and obviously therapy तो चलती रहेगी, लेकिन ये एक बहुत ज़्यादा खूबसूरत podcast है. This entire episode is very beautiful because there are so many. We feel our emotions are so insignificant, but you eventually realize that everything that we are, even the t-shirt I'm wearing, the clothes you are wearing, उसका भी एक reason है, उसके पीछे भी एक thought process लगा, और वो एक बहुत significant reason है उसका जो हमें शायद insignificant लगता है. So it's so important to start noticing these things, and then life becomes a lot more easier.
Thank you so much, firstly, for getting me to do this. I could have not imagined to have spoken about most of these things so calmly and casually with anybody apart from you. And thank you for asking so many questions that I think probably I never structured the answers to. I think even today I could not structure such complicated answers. I know all of this might sound very difficult to understand, but I hope as I grow, I'll find simpler ways to explain these
We are all
things.
growing,
We
and
all
I'll come back again. Don't worry.
yeah, and by the time you said insignificant, I think I found a lot of joy in like, you know, it just hits you sometimes, the meaning of these things.
Yeah.
And I suddenly feel that everything that we think is insignificant about us is the only piece that is important.
Yeah.
Which is on the surface is the most insignificant part of our beings. Like my beautiful hair and your beautiful hair are the last problem that we think are significant, but so much like which we do not perceive,
Exactly.
I think is the most significant part of our existence. So thank you so much for that name.
Thank you, and thank you all for listening. We all think, कभी कभी लगता है हमें कि यार मैं कितना insignificant हूँ, मेरे होने से किसी को फर्क कहाँ पड़ता है, लेकिन अपने आसपास देखिए, कोई 2-4 लोग होंगे जिनकी ज़िंदगी में आपके होने से बहुत फ़र्क पड़ता है, उनको खुशी मिलती है आपसे मिलकर, शायद वो कनेक्ट बन पाए. हो सकता है कि वो आपके ब्लड रिलेशंस ना हो, माँ बाप भाई बहन ना हो, दोस्त हो, कोई ऑफिस के कलीग्स हो, लेकिन उनसे पूछिए कि आप कितने सिग्निफिकेंट हैं, तो आपके जो इमोशंस है ना, आप उनकी सिग्निफिकेंस भी समझेंगे. यू स्टार्ट स्टडीइंग व्हाट नेगेटिव एंड पॉजिटिव इमोशंस यू हैव, और उसके बाद ज़िंदगी आसान हो जाती है. दिस इज़ मी मोहित आहूजा साइनिंग ऑफ. द शो इज़ कॉल्ड इनसिग्निफिकेंस. और अगर आपको ये बात अच्छी लगी, ये पॉडकास्ट अच्छा लगा, अपने जो भी करीबी लोग हैं उनके साथ शेयर कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, टेल अस व्हाट यू थिंक अबाउट इट. एंड कोशिश ये रहेगी कि ऐसे और ज़्यादा मीनिंगफुल कॉन्वर्सेशंस आप तक पहुँचाएँ. तब तक ख्याल रखिए खुद का, अपने ख्यालों का, अपने इमोशंस का, एंड खुश रहिए. गॉड ब्लेस यू.
Insignificance with Mohit Ahuja.